Thank you for joining us on The Burning Question. For the last 1 week, Republic TV has been at the forefront of reporting on the PFI. In what started as a video that emerged on Monday of a little 10-year-old child, perhaps less than 10-year-old, who was chanting hate slogans at a PFI rally. And as we reported the story in the course of the last 1 week, our reporters in Kerala have been targeted by PFI backers. Our crews have been hit, cameras targeted. And today, the PFI, as it faces action, some of its members have been arrested in Kerala over these controversial videos. And on a day when these arrests have happened, there are leaders of the PFI heard on tape attacking Indian judiciary again. Attacking the Indian judiciary, Indian judges, while saying that High Court judges can't digest PFI slogans because they are wearing saffron underwear. Now look at whatever has happened in the last 1 week and ask yourself that question. Where will this stop? Can this group continue to get a free run? This latest video completely exposes the Popular Front of India. The organization whose rallies saw kids raise hate slogans. The organization whose backers openly attacked Republic TV. Listen again to what Yaya Thangal, the state committee member of PFI, has to say about the High Court judges in Kerala.
ആലപ്പുഴ സമ്മേളനത്തിലെ മുദ്രാവാക്യം കേട്ടുകൊണ്ട് നമ്മുടെ ഹൈക്കോടതി ജഡ്ജിമാർ ഞെട്ടുന്നു. കാരണം എന്താ? ജഡ്ജിമാർ ഇരിക്കുന്നതിന്റെ അവർ ഇട്ടിരിക്കുന്ന കോണകം അത് കാവ്യാകുമ്പോൾ സ്വാഭാവികമാണ് ചൂടെടുക്കും, ആവി വരും, അത് പൊള്ളലേൽക്കും, അത് നിങ്ങൾ അസ്വസ്ഥപ്പെടുത്തുമെന്ന ബോധ്യം ഞങ്ങൾക്കുണ്ട്.
The comment comes after the Kerala High Court expressed its shock over children being used in political and religious rallies organized by the PFI. The events of the last 1 week show that the PFI has had a free run in Kerala. Who will rein them in? Let's debate. And joining us on the debate this evening, as we discuss the PFI in the last 1 week and today's breaking news, it's shocking the kind of comments that are coming out of the PFI. Let me introduce our panelists this evening. Charu Pragya, spokesperson of the BJP, is joining us in the Burning Question. Sanjay Dikshit, author, columnist, and a former IAS officer. Kennedy Karambin Kalayal, who's the president of the World Christian Council, will be joining us on the broadcast. I have Kalikur Rahman, political analyst, who will be joining us on the broadcast as well. Atikur Rahman is live with us right now. He's an Islamic scholar. And Kevin Matthew will also be joining us on the broadcast this evening. Let me start with Charu Pragya and then get Atikur Rahman to respond to her. Charu, you have this PFI which says that judges are wearing saffron underwear. Now, I don't want to get started with what has happened in the last 1 week, but this has happened today. And it seems like they are getting a free run and nobody is stopping them so far.
Niranjan, they will be stopped and they will be stopped for good because the central government, the union government, is in the process of getting PFI banned nationally. And I know it is taking a little bit of time, but I want to give a little bit of history and context here. As you're aware, in 2018, the state of Jharkhand had banned PFI. But the outfit went to the court and the ban had to be reversed because there was no solid proof that the government was able to put in front of the court. So this time we're going to make sure we create a case that is foolproof. We have all the evidence that is needed. As you're aware, in the last couple of weeks and months, there have been several activities the PFI has been involved in which are anti-national, which are anti-society, anti-humanity. So starting from the CAA protest, and then very recently what happened with Ram Navami processions all across India in such a synchronized manner. PFI is the organization which is getting foreign funded. Some heads of PFI are also being investigated by ED currently. A couple of years ago in Kerala, 6 members of PFI openly joined ISIS. So this is an ideological problem which has to be treated at a global level. This is not a problem of India. So whether it is the Al-Qaeda, whether it is Taliban, and PFI has been propagating agendas of these organizations as well. Whether it is Simi, which has already been banned, PFI has to be treated with the same iron fist.
Yeah, but it's not happening so far. It hasn't happened so far. Let me go across to Atik. Atik, do you back these slogans? The PFI saying that judges can't pallet comments because they're wearing saffron underwear?
Shameful comments.
Well, I do not know. I haven't read that they have come.
I just played out the soundbite, Atik.
These words.
Atik, I just played out the soundbite. You're saying you don't know. I played out the. You want me to play it out?
I haven't heard. If you
can I play it? Can I play it for you? Okay, for you. Can I play it once? Can I play it once? I have the soundbite. Okay, and I want you to listen to it. Okay, only to set the context to this debate. Let me play that out right now. Here's what the PFI State Committee member said. I want you to listen to it. There's a translation also on it. It's been widely reported. Take a look at this.
കോടതികളൊക്കെ എത്ര പെട്ടെന്നായി ഇപ്പൊ ഞെട്ടുന്നറിയോ? എന്തൊരു ഞെട്ടലാണ്. ആലപ്പുഴ സമ്മേളനത്തിലെ മുദ്രാവാക്യം കേട്ടുകൊണ്ട് നമ്മുടെ ഹൈക്കോടതി ജഡ്ജിമാർ ഞെട്ടുന്നു. കാരണം എന്താ? ജഡ്ജിമാർ ഇരിക്കുന്നതിന്റെ അവർ ഇട്ടിരിക്കുന്ന കോണകം അത് കാവ്യാകുമ്പോൾ സ്വാഭാവികമാണ് ചൂടെടുക്കും, ആവി വരും, അത് പൊള്ളലേൽക്കും, അത് നിങ്ങൾ അസ്വസ്ഥപ്പെടുത്തുമെന്ന ബോധ്യം ഞങ്ങൾക്കുണ്ട്. കോടതികളൊക്കെ എത്ര പെട്ടെന്നായി ഇപ്പൊ ഞെട്ടുന്നറിയോ? എന്തൊരു ഞെട്ടലാണ്. ആലപ്പുഴ സമ്മേളനത്തിലെ മുദ്രാവാക്യം കേട്ടുകൊണ്ട് നമ്മുടെ ഹൈക്കോടതി ജഡ്ജിമാർ ഞെട്ടുന്നു. കാരണം എന്താ? ജഡ്ജിമാർ ഇരിക്കുന്നതിന്റെ അവർ ഇട്ടിരിക്കുന്ന കോണകം അത് കാവ്യാകുമ്പോൾ സ്വാഭാവികമാണ് ചൂടെടുക്കും, ആവി വരും, അത് പൊള്ളലേൽക്കും, അത് നിങ്ങൾ അസ്വസ്ഥപ്പെടുത്തുമെന്ന ബോധ്യം ഞങ്ങൾക്കുണ്ട്.
I just played that out there for you. Do you want me to give you the quotes as well? Okay, let me give you the quotes. As well. That's fine, I can give you the quotes. He says, High Court judges are so shocked, and they get shocked so fast on hearing our slogans. If underwear worn by judges is saffron, obviously they will feel the heat. Saffron underwear makes you worried. It will burn you, it will disturb you. Atiq or Rahman?
Yeah, so Niranjan, if you are saying I can believe it, but there is a language barrier. The context is also missing. And as far as I am concerned, I would say in a rather polite language that the judiciary stands intimidated by the Sanghi elements. There is no doubt about it.
Atiq, what are you saying?
Now coming back to the core issue.
1 minute.
You are intimidating the judiciary. The world knows it. The people of India know it. You are undermining the Constitution of India. The world knows it. Indians know it. You are undermining all the constitutional agencies. The Supreme Court has opined upon it. The Supreme Court in the last few years also reminded the government of India and Niranjan. The very special point and a very special point to ponder over is the Chief Justice of India, the present Chief Justice of India has time and again reminded the government that they are interfering in the affairs of the judiciary. Is there any doubt about it?
Atiq, I gave you three chances. Atiq, I gave you 3 chances.
Niranjan, can I please respond?
Yes, you can respond, but I want to make one comment. I gave you 3.
Add a few
you can, but you can. I just wanted to tell Atiq, you said you hadn't heard the comment. I played the comment, and then you said there's a language barrier, and then I gave you the quotes, and then you said it's even Sanghi's attack. What is going on, Atiq? Why don't you just condemn the PFI? What's the problem? Just condemn the PFI, Atiq. Condemn the PFI.
This is the beauty of individual liberty, Niranjan.
Liberty. You can attack judges.
This is the beauty of individual liberty.
Beauty of individual liberty.
No, we are not attending.
Why don't you just condemn the PFI? Unbelievable.
That's our last hope.
Unbelievable. Charu is responding.
In the dark clouds in the judiciary. The oracle of justice is our last hope.
Because Mr. Rahman was asking for context, let me give him context. Now, PFI is an organization which uses little children, brainwashes little children into giving hate speeches. It didn't happen just recently in Kerala, it also happened during the CAA protests. And that is the way they function, and this is what he calls freedom. But the way PFI functions is, they carry out synchronized attacks on Ram Navami processions across the country. And he wants that to be allowed because according to him, that is freedom. What he wants PFI to do is continue taking foreign funding from the enemies of India and use that funding against India in India itself. That, according to Mr. Rahman, is freedom. That is not the kind of freedom we endorse, Mr. Rahman. Indian judiciary is as fair and fair can be, because if that was not the case, Kerala High Court has made very pointed comments about PFI, and yet it's not been banned without sufficient.
No, I'm just shocked.
So that itself should show you how fair and how neutral our judiciary is.
I'm just shocked that,
Allow
you
me
know.
to respond to
Did
this.
you hear the
you
kind
can.
of words little children are being
Niranjan.
taught to
No,
speak?
you still, Atik, you
Niranjan, as
have
far
not
as
condemned. You have not. Okay, 3 things have happened this week. Atik, okay, you know what? Let me put the context for you. Okay, 3 things have happened this week. Okay, since Monday, there is a video, Sanjay Dixit. There is a video of kids chanting hate against Hindus and Christians, communities radicalized to chant hate, and then when we go out reporting, there is an attack on Republic TV's crew yesterday. When we were reporting, just doing our job, we were told you can't enter, channels can't enter this area. Like it's some, you know, some land which is banned from media, right? Like it's like some landlocked area. And then today, the PFI says judges wear saffron underwear, and this is the Kerala High Court judges. They name the Kerala High Court judges, and you're telling me the context is missing. They name the Kerala High Court judges and say the Kerala High Court judges can't digest our comments, and they're wearing saffron underwear. I'm shocked that so far, Atik, you have not condemned, not one thing that I have said have you condemned. But I'll let Sanjay Dixit come in. I'll let you respond. Sanjay Dixit first, and then you can respond.
He's not going to condemn it. He's not going to condemn it because he's supposed to be exalting the beauty of civil liberties. He doesn't realize that Article 19.2, which is an adjunct to Article 19.1, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, does not permit civil liberties to the extent of committing contempt of court. So he interprets Constitution according to his convenience. And as far as PFI is concerned, I'm not surprised at all. In fact, why should people be surprised? Because what they are saying is exactly that comes from their source text. Nobody discusses that because that is supposed to be taboo, it seems, on the channels also. So I'm not at all surprised. In fact, this organization is primarily Ahle Hadith, which is, of course, also the denomination of Atikur Rahman. So he is not likely to condemn an Ahle Hadith organization. So that is where his loyalties lie. His loyalties do not lie with the Constitution of India. His loyalties lie with his fellow denomination. And what PFI has been doing is known very well. I think even the BJP spokesman, I cannot agree with her. This has been going on for a long time. The NIA came up with its first report right in 2017.
Yes.
It's been 5 years, and if in 5 years you cannot nail an organization like this, then I think there's something seriously wrong. And I've been in administration long enough to know that these organizations can be nailed with 3 or 4 months of rigorous exercise. And it's been 5 years, so there's probably something on. Probably the BJP feels that if PFI does more hate-mongering, then people will probably vote more for them.
You know, a few people came on the show, Sanjay Dixit.
Cynical.
A few people came on the show and they said that BJP has a silent understanding. No, some people came on the show and said BJP has a silent understanding with SDPI and PFI. You want to respond to those charges, Pragya? Because this debate, like Sanjay Dixit rightly said, has been going on since 2017.
Yes, and in 2018, I already gave the example of Jharkhand banning PFI, and the ban had to be lifted because of the way Indian judiciary works. So let's be honest, people who are charged, whether it is in these Ram Navami processions,
why hasn't the government of India banned it?
The CAA protest,
under UAPA,
as recently as
after the amendment,
let me finish.
After the amendment, you can ban even the individuals.
The people who are arrested are PFI affiliates. Can I please finish, sir? I was not speaking over you. So the people who are arrested are PFI affiliates. So the point is that the people are getting arrested. It will take a little bit of time to nail the entire organization down. But the people are under arrest. You're aware of it. Investigations are going on. They are behind bar. They will be convicted and prosecuted.
I've spent 35 years in administration.
As a former IAS officer, you're speaking to. Okay, but anyway, Kalikur Rahman is also joining us on debate. Kalikur Rahman, do you condemn what the PFI said about Indian judiciary and Indian judges?
There is no place in India for any kind of extremism. So I am the first person to condemn the PFI and its activities. and I urge the government of India to ban the PFI under UAPA. And otherwise, for the last so many months and for the last so many years, the activities of the PFI are going on. So why the BJP is silent? Is it helping the BJP in any way, especially in polarizing or in getting the votes for the BJP? Because this is a high time. And even when you are talking about the foreign funding coming into PFI, then what our agencies are doing? So it is the work of our agencies to, start working rigorously to,
following the news, or you can start
get to the
following it
truth
now.
and
The
catch
agencies
hold
are
of these
investigating
people.
it.
But immediately the PFI should be banned. We have no place for such kind of extremism, be it a party by either Hindus or Muslims or whichever community it is. But I strongly condemn this, and I appeal and urge to the government of India to ban this under UAPA.
Yeah, Charu,
Under UAPA, after the amendment they carried out last year, they can ban even the individuals. And after the amendment, they've acquired more teeth. And it's been almost 1 year to that amendment. Nothing has happened.
No, but Sanjay Dixit, what is your hunch?
Not exercising that?
No. Very interesting debate, because Sanjay Dixit, I thought, was on the same side as the government on this one, on the ban for the PFI, which you are. But very interesting debate.
Of
but
course,
he's
I'm all for the ban for
yes,
PFI.
you are. But what
I'm
is
only, I'm only
be
talking
straightforward.
about the delay that is happening.
No, straightforward. Sanjay Dixit, why don't you ask Charu Pragya? Why don't you ask Charu Pragya? She said it, but what do you have a hunch? Do you think something's going on? Because we were also told that 2 weeks back.
What I'm saying is that they carried out an amendment to UAPA last year. And after the amendment, they acquired more teeth. It's been almost 1 year to that amendment. After that amendment, you can ban even the individuals. Earlier, you could not ban the individuals. And more than 1 year after the amendment, we still hear the same thing, that we are carrying out the exercise. I'll tell you what, I have talked to my friends in the bureaucracy. And what they say that, we feel that if we ban them, then maybe they will go underground and we will have more trouble on hand. But that is such a specious excuse. They can arrest individuals now. They have acquired that power through that amendment. So why are they still making that excuse that they were making in 2017, 2018?
Getting arrested. So no one is. So Niranjan, can I respond to that?
Not one person has been arrested under UAPA.
You can respond to him.
Yeah, so so that is what I'm saying. So our Solicitor General of India, Tusharji, had said in the Supreme Court that the Union government is in the process of collecting evidence. That's one part of it. But in the recent riots in the Karnataka Rao, in fact, even in Kerala, the people who are already arrested, people against whom cases are going on, are from the PFI, sir. I understand that you're feeling like this could have been sped up, and if there was any way to do that, trust me, Government of India is not one which drags its feet.
Okay, let me introduce Karan Verma is also joining along with Sriraj Nair. Karan Verma.
Implemented yet?
Yes.
You're not dragging your feet?
Very interesting. Wait, Atikur Rahman, this debate is ongoing between Sanjay Dixit and Charu Pragya. Wait. Yes, Sanjay Dixit, what were you saying?
Yeah, I know.
If
That's
you
very
say that the
surprising.
government doesn't drag its feet, what about the CAA? Why isn't it still implemented?
Sir, you are a very senior bureaucrat. You have seen the way UPA has functioned for all these years. You're also seeing the way Modi government has functioned in the last 8 years. Very respectfully, I want to remind you that the kind of feats we have achieved in a short span of 8 years is incredible. I mean, I am sure Modi ji, if he had a magic wand, he would wave it and all the troubles would magically disappear. But that's not how it works, right, sir? You would know that better than anyone else. You are a bureaucrat, but I'm also a bureaucrat's child. I'm also in the legal fraternity. So I know that how much ever evidence the police collects, that evidence has to stand in the court of law.
Yeah, of course. If you cannot collect executable evidence in 5 years, then I'm sorry, I don't have anything else to say.
Very interesting.
So please tell me, when we are openly saying that PFI is getting foreign funding, do you think there are any less immoral lawyers in our country who are willing to stand there for a few bucks and save people who are committing crimes against India?
No, what kind of a rhetorical question is that? Why don't we come to the point?
Do you think they lack
My point is that Oh,
No,
how
no, but
is
you
it
think the lag
that
little
you can collect executable evidence against far more sinister organizations that operate in J&K, but you can't collect evidence against this organization which has been around for donkey's years?
Okay,
This is a very lame excuse.
It is getting collected, and you are aware it is already banned in several states.
Nilanjan, can
Sir,
I come
I'm
in here?
surprised the senior bureaucrat like you is questioning a party spokesperson like this, though I'm validly telling you points.
very interesting debate. Not sure who's on which side. I'm not sure
And
who's
sir,
on which
I
side
know you
right now.
served- you
I am
served in the
on
administrative
India's side.
services.
Okay, I'm going to put
no,
Sanjay
no, no,
Dixit.
no,
the party
but
side. I am on
minute.
India's side.
Nilanjan,
No,
give me
you are,
10
you
more
are.
seconds. Nilanjan, give me 10 more seconds, please. 10 more seconds, please. So, what I want to say is, do you remember the twin blasts in Mumbai? Do you also remember after being kept in jail for a very long time, the culprits were let off scot-free by the court? Did you stop there and question why that happened? What is wrong in our judicial system and what is wrong with our justice redressal system that even culprits who are planting bombs, killing citizens can be let off?
Judges are
So,
going-
sir, this is a
getting
larger
from both the
question.
sides.
This is a much larger question, and here is a government which is addressing the problem at its root. And very respectfully, again, I'm reminding you, there is no magic wand to fixing problems which have lasted for 7 decades.
Okay, this is actually not about Sanjay Dixit versus Charu Pragya or BJP versus anybody, but this is more about PFI versus India, and I'm putting it.
Can I throw some light on this?
Okay, Karan is
PFI
coming in.
especially.
Karan is coming in. Karan and Atik. Okay, Karan,
Yeah.
Atik, and I'll get Kalikur and Kalikur Rahman. Okay, I'll get Kalikur Rahman and Karan. Okay, Karan.
Nilanjan, PFI today has been a rabble rouser and behind every single thing, whether it was the hijab row, and I want to bring your attention to what happened in Tamil Nadu. In Tamil Nadu, there is a district, Perambur district, where when the Muslim majority rose up to 70%, PFI created a mischief and they filed an affidavit that no more worship in temples is going to be allowed in the Koltar village. That is how dangerous they are. If not for the Madras High Court's intervention, they would have gotten away with it. They are the single biggest reason for radicalization today, and they hide behind different efforts such as rehabilitation, culture and other things. If my learned friend Charu is going to tell me here that we have not been able to collect evidence in the last 8 years, I'm sorry. They have the answering to do today. I am not ready to buy the fact that PFI has outsmarted the government at every single move, and despite knowing that they are receiving foreign funding, despite knowing that they are behind all this mischief, the government is so helpless that they are not able to put them in dock and ban them. We expect much better from a government which has shown the spine to remove Article 370, which has taken the bull by its horn on so many contentious issues. So today we expect much better from this government, and I'm sure this is a wake-up call. An organization which can come up like this against judiciary, which can declare a farman to ban idol worship in a village in a democratic country like ours, needs to be taken on. And it is nothing but a masking effect of SIMI. It was SIMI before, and it will keep changing its name, but we can't be outsmarted by sinisters like them.
Yeah, but let me tell you something. There is also silent political backing that these people get. I'll tell you. I'll tell you why Kalikur Rahman won't say a word, because Kalikur Rahman also knows.
Of course they get. Of course they get.
No, of course they get. Of course they get. In Rajasthan recently, the SDPI and PFI held a march. You know, they held a march. They were wearing some sort of a uniform. I'm not sure you've seen those pictures. Sriraj Nair wants to come in. Sriraj is putting his hands up. Now, you've seen that march? You've seen that march, Sriraj? You've seen that march where they're marching, thousands of them. The Congress party gave them permission. They got permission to march. And then there was also reports of a secret alliance between the SDPI and the Congress in Karnataka. Kalikur Rahman, can you deny that? Atik, don't smile. It's happening. It's true. It's true. It's happening.
I'm not aware about any secret understanding between Congress and SDPI there in Karnataka. But if it is there,
But
then
today
the
you are
matter should
condemning
be brought
PFI.
in.
But how is Congress allowing them in Rajasthan? How is Congress allowing in them? Let me show you the pictures. No, you see the pictures. Okay, let me show you the pictures. Full frame, I'll show you pictures. You look at the pictures and tell me, look at that. Look at that march. No, look at that march. Look at that march. Look at that march. What are they trying to do? Blue shirt, grey pant, they're marching. Right? Now, I want to know how are they allowed?
This is highly condemnable. I condemn this. I condemn this.
How does this happen?
And I'm demanding from the government of India that government of India should conduct the thorough investigation and bring all those who are involved and all those who are supporting PFI.
No, it's very dangerous what's going on because nobody seems to have the courage to act. Everybody speaks, and how many people have been hacked by the PFI. Sriraj Nair is coming in. Sriraj, yes, Sriraj.
Well, first of all, the march you're quoting, I am from Kerala, I speak Malayalam. All the slogans raised were in Malayalam. And what it says is clearly that Hindus and Christians, you be prepared for your end. And if you are not, if you cannot live, that is in their land. If you don't live peacefully, we will give you azadi. This is the kind of radicalization that has taken place in Kerala and southern Karnataka, and which has the backing of the Communist Party of India, CPM, as well as the Congress. However, this people will deny. The truth remains that it has got a solid backing from the CPM left parties and the Congress. And how long these people will remain in denial mode? PFI definitely has to be banned. But the only issue is if the central government takes any concrete action, the local, the state government, the Congress and the CPM will again say that they are only taking the Muslims. They will again victim cry. The fact remains the PFI is the most cruel, most dangerous pan-India organization and it has to be banned immediately.
Now, Kevin Matthew, let me begin Kevin Matthew as well. Kevin Matthew, even it's become so dangerous that even Christian communities is complaining. Earlier this week, Christian groups wrote to the left government saying that they are worried about how there is no action. So, it's a very strange situation now because, you heard most of the panelists asking the centre, what is the centre doing? And then in the state is a very strange situation because even the Catholic community, Christians and Protestant groups are writing to the left government saying, what are you doing, allowing PFI to go free in Kerala?
Niranjan, let me start with condemning. Niranjan, let me start with condemning PFI. And what has happened? Poisoning.
Christians are under attack.
But having said that, today it's silent me that people are using this for politics. PFI, an organization which has youth children, and for that matter, any organization, let it be PFI using children to shout slogans, let it be the hardening Hindu organizations doing martial arts training in schools. All this should be kept in.
One second. Where did Hindu organizations come into this now? Now, every time such a debate happens, Hindu organizations come into this. Where did Hindu organizations come into this? Please explain.
You name
No, please.
Anything unlawful. Or anyone inside the country.
No.
It is about the kids, sir.
Who?
And sir,
Which Hindu organization? You said Hindu organization. Atik, why are you lauding? Atik,
name one Hindu
please,
organization
Atik.
which has done any unlawful activity or have been committed or have committed any anti-national act. How long you will justify your terror activities?
Mr. Nair, allow me to come in. Niranjan.
Yeah. Yes.
Niranjan.
Yeah, Atik, let Atik speak. Kevin, wait, let Atik speak. You're on a poor line, I'll fix your line. Let Atik speak.
Yeah. Niranjan, actually, Mr. Dixit and Mr. Karan has hit the nail on the head. They know everything related to this story, and they also know that so far the central government, the BJP and the Sangh elements draw all the mileage to consolidate their Hindutva elements into this. They will not take any action against PFI. Second argument is the PFI banning it needs proof, and they tried in Jharkhand, they failed. PFI is a social service.
Social service. Social service. Atik.
What a joke. Atik. That is why. That's the only challenge that
Atik. Fantastic argument, Atik. Social service. Atik, social service. You know what I'll do, Atik? Atik, wait. I'll do something. I'll do something. I'll pull out that tape from Monday with the translation. No, wait. I'll pull out another tape for you, Atik, because 3 times I've done it on the show. I'll do it a 4th time. I'll pull out the tape for you from Monday where he must be about 7 or 8 years old. 7 or 8-year-old boy. My colleague Ashwin was reporting from outside his house in Kochi when he was targeted. First, he was warned to get out of there. He said they came to him and they said, move out of the house. He was outside. It was a road he was reporting. He was asked to get out of there. He moved 200, 300 meters. They followed him and they said, for your own safety, get out of this area. And then when he moved another 200 meters ahead and he stood there, he was attacked. Okay? And those are pictures of the attack by PFI backers. Now, I want to play the tape for you. Let me play the tape of what the boy said on Monday. If I have that tape ready, I'll play it. Right? You call them social service. Social service. Can I please have this tape with the translation and I'll play it out for you. And you please explain to me, Atik, if this is social service. Okay? Radicalizing children, is it social service? And we also heard that this little boy was studying in a madrasa, by the way, close to that place where we were reporting from. Is it social service to issue threats to Hindus and Christians? Is it social service, Atik? Social service.
Niranjan, I want to ask Atik Saab one question.
No, Niranjan.
Atik Saab said 2 things.
Immediately PFI has denied. PFI has said that they have stopped this boy from uttering such words.
What is the truth then?
So why is then Sufi Islamic Board asking for a ban on PFI?
Niranjan, the PFI immediately stopped the boy. They are on record saying that they stopped the boy, saying that these things are not acceptable.
Even Sufi Islamic Board wants
yes,
PFI banned.
Of course, we can condemn all such elements which are trying to divide the people of India. They are talking unconstitutional measures, taking unconstitutional measures, and PFI has supported, saying that no, we do not allow such elements on their floor.
Really?
They have done it, sir. But the media is very much interested in demonizing PFI.
No, listen one second. Atik, let's not play with Atik, you've come on several debates. We've had rational debates, okay? This is, stop building a case for the PFI. Why are you building a case for the PFI, Atik?
Saab started by saying BJP is not taking action.
No, I am not, Niranjan. I am not.
So now he's defending them.
The truth is they denied. They said that boy was immediately stopped.
They did, but they deny it happened. It happened, right? It happened, right?
So should
and let me break.
Be banned or not?
Yeah,
no.
Yes.
Okay. Okay, I have okay. You know what? Today I'm going to have fun. I'm going to have fun putting facts on the show. Okay. It's not one isolated case. Atikur Rahman is not one isolated case. I'm going to ask my producers right now to pull out 3 tapes. It has happened 3 times. 3 times or 4 times when children were used. Let me play out the tapes. Can we play out please all the videos one after the other? Just let's play the videos out so all our panelists can see the videos. It's not once or twice. It's happened several times. PFI and SDPI, it's happened several times. That's the video that happened. This is the little boy. Let's play out the other videos where, children were used. That's another video. There's another video where there's a small girl being used. I don't want to play the slogans. I have the slogans. I played it. I broke the story yesterday. This is also yesterday. Who uses children to chant slogans? Tell me, Atik, look at the video. Islamophobia. That's a child reading. That's a child.
I have thousands
1
of
minute.
videos.
That's a child. That's a child chanting Islamophobia. No, and that's an SDPI. No, but you tell me. Today you're saying the social cause, social group, doing social work. What social work is it? Will you teach your children about science? No, 1 minute. Will you teach your no, Atik, 1 minute. Atik, no, Atik, 1 minute. No, Atik, hear me out. Okay, you know what? Will you teach your children? Will you teach young children about science, maths, grammar, or will you teach them Islamophobia, Hindu, Muslim?
Hamas has been doing the same in Kashmir.
What is RSS?
You should tell this to RSS.
The children, they are using small kids.
RSS imbibes hate culture into youngsters. I have proof of it. I have been to discussions and debates on this matter.
Why needs to ban this kind of
PSP
justification?
distribute such
That
pamphlets
PFI
in the university
that is
to the
also-
students
that is
of
also-
universities. How to hate Muslims, how to create Islamophobia. VHP, I have been to such debates.
People are justifying terrorist and terror mongering. These people are also responsible
hate
equal to
culture into teenager boys.
You know what you know what, Atik, I'll tell you something. I'll get two versus two, okay? I'll get 2 versus 2. I'll tell you something, what we need right now, we need the community to come together and say this is not done. It has to stop somewhere, and that's what I was expecting from you, Atik. You're an Islamic scholar. This is not done. Every time I show you a video, you're saying BJP does it, RSS does it, VHP does it.
Generally, I am
See,
amazed that he's saying
I
this today.
promise.
No, I'm just shocked,
I
Atik.
promise, Niranjan.
No, Atik.
I promise.
Tell me,
Hate
what are you
has
promising?
no place in our society, Niranjan.
Said by PFI affiliates.
Hate has
Do
no
you
place
want
in our
PFI
society.
to be banned? Atik Saab, say yes
they
or
are
no.
really indulging it, I go for a ban. And BJP needs to answer. BJP needs to answer, Mr. Sanjay
No,
Dixit.
so you want
and
them
also
banned.
Karan.
Let's get
We
this first.
demand ban on all
They are
such
not a social organization,
organizations who
sir. Do you
are
admit they are not a
having
social
such
organization?
unconstitutional
They should be banned.
measures on their floors. No ifs and buts,
Niranjan, he
Niranjan.
can't
No
have it
ifs
both
and
ways.
buts. I give you a word.
First he says they should be banned, BJP is not
What
taking
is this both
action.
ways?
And then he is saying
You need to call
they are
a spade
social
a spade.
organization. First tell him to make up his mind whether they are a social organization
Am I
or they
wrong
deserve to be
saying
banned.
that RSS imbibes this culture since years together?
No, one
in
second.
teenager boys.
Again, you've got into
They
RSS.
imbibe hate culture in the
One second.
youngster.
You're making a very serious allegation. One second. No, one second. You have proof. You have proof. One second. No, wait. No, I have no. It's a very serious. No, it's a serious allegation he's making. Karan, I want to ask him. No, I want to ask him. It's a serious allegation he's making. He says RSS teaches young boys hate. Please prove it. Prove it on the show. I showed you videos. Prove it on the show. Atik, prove it on the show.
So what video?
Atik, prove it on the show.
Yeah.
I'm giving you a chance. Prove it on the show.
I have been. Yes, I am proving it. Yes, I am proving it, Niranjan. Thank you for giving me a chance. I have been to several debates on media channels wherein VHP was found distributing pamphlets in Rajasthan universities where they had a government over there, imbibing hate culture into the students of those universities. Those pamphlets were leaked. They came to the media and they said that was meant only for internal distribution. VHP said
Where
the
is this?
pamphlets were for internal distribution, but somehow they got leaked to the students.
Tell the content.
This is the way they
Don't
do
beat
it.
about the bush.
What was in it? Okay, you know what? No, I have two other. No, I have two more panelists. Wait, 1 minute. Bear with me. I have two more panelists. Let me introduce them. They haven't spoken. No, I have two more panelists. They haven't spoken yet. Let me introduce them. I have Mushtaq Malik. Yeah, 1 minute. Karan, let me introduce the panelists and we can take this forward. I have Mushtaq Malik, who's the president of Tehreek Muslim Shaban and convener, Joint Action Committee, NRC, NPR and CAA, Telangana State and Andhra. I also have Tariq Ahmed Lari, who's a political analyst who leans towards the Samajwadi Party, joining us. Now, Mushtaq Malik ji, ye jo mudda hai aaj ka debate, today's debate is completely on the PFI. Reason being, PFI leaders are heard on tape telling High Court judges कि judges are wearing saffron underwear. मैंने नहीं बोला, video है. I can play the video out. Okay, because they're joining. Actually, let's do this. Because they're joining the show, and Tariq Ahmed Lari has also just joined the show. Let me play the video with the translation of what the PFI leaders, he's a state committee member, has said today. Let me play that out. What the PFI said today in Kerala on the judiciary. Listen to this.
എന്തൊരു ഞെട്ടലാണ് ആലപ്പുഴ സമ്മേളനത്തിലെ മുദ്രാവാക്യം കേട്ടുകൊണ്ട് നമ്മുടെ ഹൈക്കോടതി ജഡ്ജിമാർ ഞെട്ടുന്നു. കാരണം എന്താ? ജഡ്ജിമാർ ഇരിക്കുന്നതിന്റെ അവർ ഇട്ടിരിക്കുന്ന കോണകം അത് കാവ്യാകുമ്പോൾ സ്വാഭാവികമാണ് ചൂടെടുക്കും, ആവി വരും, അത് പൊള്ളലേൽക്കും, അത് നിങ്ങൾ അസ്വസ്ഥപ്പെടുത്തുമെന്ന ബോധ്യം ഞങ്ങൾക്കുണ്ട്. കോടതികളൊക്കെ എത്ര പെട്ടെന്നാ ഇപ്പൊ ഞെട്ടുന്നറിയോ? എന്തൊരു ഞെട്ടലാണ്. ആലപ്പുഴ സമ്മേളനത്തിലെ മുദ്രാവാക്യം കേട്ടുകൊണ്ട് നമ്മുടെ ഹൈക്കോടതി ജഡ്ജിമാർ ഞെട്ടുന്നു. കാരണം എന്താ? ജഡ്ജിമാരിരിക്കുന്നതിന്റെ അവർ ഇട്ടിരിക്കുന്ന കോണകം അത് കാവ്യാകുമ്പോൾ സ്വാഭാവികമാണ് ചൂടെടുക്കും, ആവി വരും, അത് പൊള്ളലേൽക്കും, അത് നിങ്ങൾ അസ്വസ്ഥപ്പെടുത്തുമെന്ന ബോധ്യം ഞങ്ങൾക്കുണ്ട്.
And I want to get in Mushtaq Malik. Now, Malik ji, आपको क्या कहना है? I wanted to get your response on this because it's very important. I'll tell you, आज ना even Christian community is coming out and complaining about PFI after what has happened in Kerala. It's important that the community comes out and condemns. There are Sufi groups that are also writing against the PFI. Let me get in Mushtaq and then Tariq Ahmad Lari, and then I'll get Charu can respond along with Sanjay Dixit. Mushtaq ji.
ये एक टोटली फ्रस्ट्रेटेड स्टेटमेंट है और उससे बढ़ के कुछ और ऐसे स्टेटमेंट बहाल बहुत सारे बजरंग दल के भी है, आरएसएस के भी है, विश्व हिंदू परिषद के भी, तो ये सभी नोटिस में लेना चाहिए और बहरहाल जुडिशरी पर कोई ऐसी बात नहीं होनी चाहिए राइट नाउ। अब इंडिया में जुडिशरी सबसे अहम रोल प्ले कर रही है और हम जुडिशरी पर टोटल ट्रस्ट करते हैं। जुडिशरी के ताल्लुक से ऐसी बात नहीं होनी चाहिए, लेकिन फ्रस्ट्रेशन why you are not asking the Bajrang, BHP, RSS, they are also same line and same tone. मैं ये उनके को पूछना चाहता हूँ, आप ओनली PFI की बात क्यों कर रहे हैं? इसमें तो बहुत से लोग कह रहे हैं और इस बातरूम में सभी सबसे से नेकेड है। ये जो बात
बताइए, विश्व हिंदू परिषद बजरंग दल का एक भी वीडियो जहां पर देश विरोधी राष्ट्र विरोधी गतिविधियों में लिप्त पाया कोई भी ऐसा वीडियो होता बताइए। आप झूठ फैला रहे हैं, आप आतंकियों का प्रत्यक्ष रूप से परोक्ष रूप से आप समर्थन कर रहे हो। मौलाना साहब, आप अपनी कौम को और कितना पीछे धकेलोगे? ऑलरेडी आपकी कौम मुफलत सी भुखमरी गुर्बत में जी रही है, अनपढ़ अशिक्षा, कॉलेज ड्रॉप आउट, स्कूल ड्रॉप आउट। आप लोगों की समाज की जमात की हालत खराब है। आप इस प्रकार के आतंकियों को समर्थन कब तक देते रहोगे?
Everybody doesn't speak in one voice against PFI. The country will not be able to act. We have to call the enemy enemy.
Have you seen one video? एक वीडियो बताइए हिंदू परिषद या बजरंग दल ने आतंकी वीडियो में लिप्त पाने वाला वीडियो बताइए।
No, I want to know why नहीं, मेरा प्रश्न ये है कि जब PFI का बात, ये आज का डिबेट PFI के बारे में है, VHP के बारे में नहीं और बजरंग दल के बारे में नहीं। ओके, you can VHP का प्रभाव। No, 1 minute no 1 minute Tariq, okay Tariq, okay, what is Tariq Ahmad Lari saying? Tariq Ahmad Lari is saying something. No, let Tariq Ahmad Lari speak. Targeting PFI. I am targeting PFI. I'm not targeting PFI. PFI is exposing itself. एक मिनट, आपका ऑडियो ना मुश्ताक जी, आपका ऑडियो थोड़ा ठीक करता हूँ मैं. I'll just reconnect your audio because your audio is not very clear. I'll just reconnect that. Let Tariq Ahmad Lari speak. Tariq Ahmad Lari was saying something. Yes, Tariq.
Stands on the issue very
let
clearly.
Tariq speak. No, I want Tariq to speak and Karan, you can respond. Tariq is coming in. Yeah. Yes, Tariq.
You were saying that the debate is on PFI. You were saying that the debate is on PFI, not on anyone else. Mind it, mister, that you have to talk about everyone. Every action has an opposite and equal reaction.
No, but you first respond on PFI, then you talk about everything else.
मैं सिर्फ एक बात कहूँगा हिंदी में.
हाँ जी.
मैं सिर्फ एक स्लोगन कहूँगा हिंदी में. उन सारे संगठनों के लिए जो इस तरह की हरकतें करते हैं, चाहे वो VHP हो, चाहे बजरंग दल हो, चाहे ये क्या नाम है PFI हो, ये हिंदुस्तान की वो गटर है जो बंद रहे तो बेहतर है. गटर, ये वो गटर है. इस गटर को हमेशा बंद रहना चाहिए और उनके लोगों को उसी गटर में सड़ना चाहिए. ये वो गटर है जो बंद रहे तो हिंदुस्तान के लिए बेहतर है, हमारे देश की तरक्की के लिए. फॉर अस इट इज बेटर दैट दिस गटर शुड बी शट फॉर एवर, नॉट ओनली देम. I'm talking about each and every
let the
gutter.
VHP respond to you. VHP is responding to you.
Gutter ho, chahe wo Muslim gutter ho.
VHP is responding to you. VHP, Sriraj Nair is responding. Yes, Sriraj, what do you want to tell him?
No. Then Larry Saab is agreeing that PFI is a gutter.
Terror-mongering. He has no guts to condemn what this small
Yes,
boy...
I'm saying you are also a gutter person.
And what...
I'm saying that VHP is also a gutter. I'm saying Bajrang Dal is also a gutter. I'm saying RSS is also a gutter. I'm saying about three of them. All three are gutters, including PFI. Including PFI, you all are gutters. You should be shut over there only. Then it's better for India. Then only the India will develop. ये आप लोग गटर हैं, जो बंद रहे तो बेहतर है।
याद रखना, PFI जैसी तंजीम है आपको भी नहीं बख्शेगी. If you create a monster, monster will kill you. These people are just soft.
आप कौन सा पक्ष दे रहे हैं हमको? आप कौन सा पक्ष दे रहे हैं हमको? आप कौन सा पक्ष दे रहे हैं हमको? आप कौन सा अपने साथी हिंदुओं को जो सेक्युलर माइंडेड है उनको कौन सा आप पक्ष देते हैं? उनको आप देशद्रोही और सब कुछ तमगा दे देते हैं अगर वो इंसाफ की बात करते हैं तो। अभी तो वही काम कर रहे हैं और PFI जैसे बहुत देखे हैं मैंने। अरे PFI जैसे संगठन बहुत देखे हैं। इन सब संगठनों को तारिक अहमद लारी लपेट कर नाले में फेंक देता है। ये सब संगठन बहुत घूमते रहते हैं। ऐसे टुच्चे संगठन।
Okay, Sriraj, your audio is also bad. Sriraj, your audio is bad. Your audio is poor. No, your audio is poor. Your audio is poor. I'll get Sanjay Dixit in. Kennedy is also joining us in. I haven't introduced. No, 1 minute. I haven't introduced Kennedy. Kennedy hasn't spoken. 1 minute. Kennedy hasn't spoken. Kennedy, see the situation, you know, this debate is getting very volatile. I'll tell you, Kennedy, we started the debate by putting out a video of the PFI abusing the judges in Kerala.
To condemn.
No, Sriraj, your audio was poor, so that's why I had to cut you off. Yeah, Kennedy is coming in. Kennedy hasn't spoken. Let me get in Kennedy. Kennedy is from the World Christian Council, and even Kennedy is worried about the PFI in Kerala. I want to get in Kennedy. And I'll have, and then maybe I can get somebody else to respond to him. Atik can respond. Yes, Kennedy.
Yeah, Niranjan, actually I was the appropriate person, the exact person who can, able to speak, who can pronounce it, who can explain to you whatever happened, whatever the slogans, what the PFI have been made in Kerala. I will explain to you in our language how they have made that stupid language, the derogative stuff, the provocative slogan, Maryadaki Jivikia. Actually, the material, we are following you. We are the devils from the hell. We are running after you. We are going to kill you all. We are so and keep the Ari and Malar, something similar to rice. Make ready for that. The materials which is using this Hindu rituals for related to funeral and the kundirikam in our language. It's a Frankenstein. Actually, it's an aromatic gum which is using for Christians for the funeral. They were saying that keep the materials ready for your funeral. How derogative it is.
And they said it to both They said it to both Hindus and Christians. Is what I heard in that video. Kennedy?
Yeah, they have made a slogan in such a way that we are going to kill you all. If you want to live here, you must obey us. And the boy's father, I heard that today there was an interview with one of the channels in Malayalam. His father, he was saying that we never made any mistake. We never made any mistake. We never said something wrong. We have made slogan against RSS. What he mean? What does it mean? RSS activists.
No, but I'm just feeling it. It's a little strange because if all the facts are there.
Any kind of slogan here?
No, all the facts are there. This is one story. And it's so strange that, Kennedy, because on such debate, what happens is people tend to come on the debate and say that one community is being targeted. Or one side is being targeted, and they say that one side is often targeting another side. But what is happening in Kerala?
I'm urging.
No. I actually wanted to.
Urging for.
No. I wanted to point out using what you have said because I saw and we reported earlier that Christian groups, churches are complaining about PFI. I'm just worried about how there is no unanimity. Like, I think communities must come together and condemn what is happening. You know, I asked Atiq. Atiq refused to condemn in the beginning. He said they're a social group, they do social work. That was his first comment.
Nilanjan.
Yes. Karan and Atiq. Okay, Karan and Atiq. Yeah, okay.
Silver lining in all of this.
Yeah.
There is a silver lining in all of this, that if you observe the pattern of communication, even Mr. Atiq, even Mr. Larry, they are all almost coming together and saying PFI should be banned. Yes, they are drawing false equivalences with other organizations, but almost all of them are now saying that organizations like these have no place in
should be
society.
banned. Bajrang Dal should
And
be
I think
banned.
it's a matter of time when they all in one voice condemn it, and it's up to the center then to act.
Why you are raising Bajrang Dal's name?
Ban them.
It's a problem with the PFI. The problem with the extremists.
That's
Kennedy
exactly
is asking the question to Larry.
I'm sure very soon they will not draw such.
No, Kennedy is asking the question to you, Mr. Larry. Mr. Kennedy is asking you the question.
They are making issues.
Kennedy, what was your question, Kennedy, to Mr. Larry? Go ahead, ask him your question.
Why he is asking to ban Bajrang Dal? What they have done? They are servicing Indian people. What they are doing?
I'll tell you what they have done.
Charity activities in
Mr.
India.
Larry, please allow me.
They have done something.
Mr. Larry, please allow me.
That's Kennedy.
Actually, these PFI people,
Niranjan,
they are
I need to answer
anti-social.
this.
They are anti-human.
No, you are not allowed.
I need to answer
They are
this.
You are not
anti-national.
allowed. It's my turn, let me talk.
We must ban PFI.
No, you don't
We
need
must
to
ban
answer from my
PFI
side.
Because they are
You
anti-social.
don't need to answer from my side.
Okay, Larry, respond. Okay, Mr. Kennedy, you have a poor...
मैं इस तरह के लोगों, आप जैसे लोगों का समर्थक नहीं हूँ.
Okay, Larry बोलिए.
Yes, Mr. Kennedy, first of all, I can't hear you because of this person who was speaking in between. I didn't get your question, what you were asking. Can you repeat your question so that I can answer?
You were asking for
this person was speaking in between.
No, Gandhi, you were asking to ban Bajrang Dal. What is the reason? They are doing a lot of charity activities. They are servicing us. But instead, you look into the matter of PFI. They are terrorists. They are the radical Islamists. They are making such slogans that we are running after you, we are coming after you, we are devil from the hell, we are Yamadev, we are going to kill you. If you want to live here, you must obey us. That is the thing. That is a way to behave in India. A live constitution is there. He must, the boy must.
Okay, let him respond now. Let him respond. Let him respond.
I challenge the person to show one video.
Sriraj, let him respond. No, let him respond. No, let him respond. No, let him respond.
If he can show one video.
Sriraj, let him respond. Let him respond. Let Larry respond. Okay, Canada, let him.
The boy must be produced to
Whose slogan was it?
Canada, Kennedy, wait, let him respond. Kennedy, let him respond. Yeah.
See this.
The boy must be punished.
What is that?
See this very clearly, then I'll speak.
The boy must be produced in front of the juvenile justice, and he has to be punished
First of all,
according to the law of the land.
this on your screen,
He has to be
dear.
punished. The police taken some.
See this on your
The police
screen. Don't
taken some
speak
case.
in between. I haven't
They have
spoken in
written some
between.
FIR, but
Please
some-
have
Okay,
a
Kennedy,
look at this.
he's saying something. Listen to him.
Please have a look at this first, then
And he has to be
answer.
punished.
No, 1 minute.
He has to
Okay.
be punished seriously.
Okay,
And it should be a
take
a
lesson
look
for
at this
other
here.
extremists.
What is that? We
It
can't
has to be
see
a lesson.
clearly.
What's
What?
this?
Mr. Kennedy, wait. Sanjay Dixit, let me get Sanjay Dixit on the left.
Class 10 girls, are given sword and their teachers are telling them that you have to cut the mullahs.
Oh, sorry, where was this? What is this? Where is it
And
from?
what's this?
This is
Person of BHP
story that
No,
is
this
No, 1 second.
Never
भाई
talk
ये
like
मेरे पास
What is, where is this from?
रखा हुआ है.
Can you please cite the source?
में रखा हुआ है.
No, cite the source. Cite the
If he has
source.
the guts to show, he's showing any kind of, all this is fake, it has no marketing
में
proof.
लिया था.
कहाँ पे?
23 अक्टूबर 2020 को मैंने फेसबुक से कॉपी किया था, सेव किया था.
Oh, God.
2020 को मैंने फेसबुक से कॉपी और सेव किया था.
for a minute.
अब दूसरा ये क्या हो रहा है?
Yes, 1 minute.
ये
No.
क्या हो रहा है?
I 1 minute.
होना चाहिए. ये संगठन भी बैंड होना चाहिए जिसको बजरंग दल कहा जाता है. संगठन भी बैंड होना चाहिए।
Sriraj, last comment. Let me get in a word from Sanjay Dixit. No, okay, let Sanjay Dixit come in. I cannot.
संगठन है और PFI भी आतंकवादी संगठन है।
These Lari and Afiq and all these people, whatever they are saying, that's completely out of context. The context is Islamic Jihad, and Islamic Jihad is a doctrine. There is nobody else who's teaching that kind of a doctrine. Bajrang Dal and RSS do not teach that doctrine. What is the Islamic Jihad? What does the Hidayah teach? What does the Fatawa Alamgiri teach? What do the Ahl Hadith teach? That everybody has to follow Islam, otherwise they will have to face jihad. That they have, and it is all over your source text. You want me to quote from the source text? Forget these false equivalences. They don't
see. I can't vouch. 1 minute. I can't vouch.
You are defending Islamic jihad.
Sanjay, I can't vouch for what he has said because I don't know what Lari said. I don't know. I will have to fact check it. We will fact check it. Okay, I can't vouch for what he has said. I'll have to end the debate at this point. Kennedy. Okay, I'll have to end the debate at this point only because I'm running out of time. But thank you everyone for joining us on this edition of The Burning Question. My colleague Aishwarya is coming up next with the big debate at 9 p.m. Stay tuned.